Hi, I'm Beth McQuaid. I'm the Director of the Division of Clinical Psychology, and I'm standing here at Butler Hospital, one of the 6 teaching hospitals in our internship training consortium. People often ask me what sets our internship apart from other internships in the country. And I think about the emphasis on science and evidence-based practice, the focus on diversity, and the strong sense of community amongst our trainees and faculty. So we have 6 teaching hospitals in the consortium. And what that means is that there's a wealth of opportunities for clinical training with a range of populations across different levels of care. But one thing that really unites us is the focus on training. Psychology trainees are highly valued in our system. Trainees come here and they're matched to an individual research mentor according to their area of interest. They have 4 hours of protected time a week for the entire year to work on research, setting the stage for what may be a mentorship that could last beyond the internship year. In this video, you'll be hearing from trainees and faculty who'll be giving you a little bit more information about the Brown internship. We look forward to meeting you on interview day.
My name is Amy Egbert. I am a first-year postdoctoral fellow in the clinical psychology program. I also completed internship here last year at Brown. I am originally from Baton Rouge, Louisiana, but I went to graduate school in Chicago and came from Loyola University. So everyone knows that Brown has world-class faculty members, but what I think people do not know is that the faculty is so easy to access. The psychology faculty specifically has been so wonderful with helping me to complete the research that I'm interested in. I have a variety of different interests, so I've reached out to people even outside of the psychiatry and psychology departments. I have been offered to be a part of studies. I have been given access to data to answer my research questions, and I really feel like I've gained some lifelong mentors here at Brown. In the clinical psychology department, we actually have a diversity committee. And as a part of that committee, you can request to have a diversity mentor. So you can choose kind of what aspect of your identity you would like to have a mentor share with you. So you can choose somebody who's from the same socioeconomic status or from the same race, and that person can help you to navigate things in the Brown community. I was very interested in creating an affinity group here at Brown for Black identifying members of the Brown community. And I started out talking to the psychology leadership about that, and they were extremely open in helping me to do that. I talked to the medical school leadership about that in psychiatry, and they were extremely open. And then I even went to the university level. And at every point, no one told me that they didn't have time to work with me, and my group is actually getting off the ground now, and it's thanks to the psychology faculty here. I love Providence. I was very nervous coming to Providence from Chicago because Chicago's a big city and we got a lot going on, but Providence has a wonderful food scene. I've made such good friends and good community. I moved here with a partner who also loves Providence and is able to work in Boston and take the train. And so it's just a really great little city. I have gotten all of the experiences that I was told I would have access to during my interviews, and things have been even better than I could have expected.
My name is Craig Rodriguez Sejas. I completed my residency here at the Brown Warren Alpert Medical School, and I stayed on for my postdoc. I'm going to leave soon, but it was really a great time being here. I think what drew me to the program, apart from the wealth of rotations, the wealth of clinical experiences I could have, and the research experiences that would be afforded to me, was also, when I came here, the importance about placed on diversity. And something that stuck out to me was very early on in the interview process, they introduced us to the diversity committee. And that was important to me to know that there would be people here with whom I could liaise or consult or get advice from in navigating academia, clinical psychology, and all these things. And I was very happy to be involved with the diversity committee to get the mentorship I needed as an immigrant, as somebody with a mixed background, and just navigating this entire academic institution. Even though I was on a much more research-oriented track, I was still able to create a training program that really hit the things that I wanted it to hit. So the type of training activities I want to do with specialized diverse populations, more marginalized populations, which was not, at least when I was on the market, would not have been possible at other sites. I would definitely recommend Brown. I think that the training is stellar. I think there are a lot of research opportunities, and there are a lot of opportunities for growth, research, and clinically. And I think the system is a very strong system. It's a well-oiled machine, so there are a lot of opportunities for going further, staying within the system, but also putting you in a good place for leaving the system and heading somewhere else.
I'm Alex Brake. I'm a current clinical psychology postdoctoral fellow at Brown's consortium program, formerly an intern in the internship program at Brown as well. So one of the biggest things that I've appreciated the most about my time in the Brown program has been the diversity of options and the diversity of faculty and training sites that we get through a consortium model. I think that the fact that we do get to try out so many different locations, levels of care, treatment teams that we get to work with leads you to come out of the training year with more confidence about the career path you want to take. There's a lot of flexibility, and I've always felt very supported by the faculty in supporting myself as a more clinically focused practitioner versus someone else who might be more research focused. Regardless of your specialty, be it adult or child work, be it in behavioral medicine or in neuropsychology, I think you have a large number of faculty, and you also have a really substantial cohort of peers that you'll get to interact with, work with, consult with, and just stay, I think, integrated in more of an interdisciplinary setting than you do in a lot of other programs that are perhaps smaller, that have a narrower cohort, where you might just be interacting with only people in your specialty. Whether we're connecting over a Zoom meeting or we're actually doing a meetup on a weekend, I think there's an encouragement from the program to connect outside of the work hours just as much as there is an encouragement to connect inside the work hours. One of the benefits of being part of the Brown community is that you will leave the Brown training program being a part of that community, and that is a big network with which you can draw from over the course of your career. I will likely be able to connect with somebody that's been part of this community no matter where I go.
I'm Amy Cameron. I'm an assistant professor in the Department of Psychiatry and Human Behavior at Brown. I am also a staff psychologist at the Providence VA and the Trauma Recovery Services Clinic. I myself was a resident here from 2013 to 2014, and then I had sort of the unique experience of being hired right out of residency into my staff position. One of the things, and there's so many, I think, that are special about the Brown training program is that you have access to so many different faculty, researchers, clinicians across a lot of hospitals who really want you to be successful in what you want to do. So often I think residents come and they're not sure how much clinical work they want to do versus how much research versus how much teaching, and the faculty really help you figure out what that means for you and what the next best steps are for you. So there is snow on the ground around us, and there will probably be snow when you guys are watching this video. But I will tell you that Rhode Island is a wonderful, wonderful place to live. We have tons of beaches. There are mountains close by in every direction. You're an hour to Boston. You're a couple hours to New York City. There's always something to do. And the city of Providence itself is a wonderful, easy city to come into as a trainee. You can have a car, you can find an affordable apartment, there's lots of other trainees around, and it's just a great supportive place to be.